right, so we should be live, and now you can see me. Cool. So we're going to get going here in just a second, everybody. Welcome to the live video as per usual, like we do every Thursday night. So if you guys are watching the replay, basically tonight we are going to be talking about a little bit, since I've launched a personal branding course, we're not only teaching people how to start their own social media marketing agency, but we're also teaching people how to take any hobby or interest or skill that you might have and turn it into basically a business that you can make money off of. It's one of the fastest growing trends. I mean, you guys have seen people like Ty Lopez, myself, Billie Jean, Ruan Marino. There's so many different people I could probably list off that you guys have heard of, and I'm sure that you guys could name some that I've never heard of. There's hundreds and thousands of influencers and marketers and people out there starting a personal brand. I mean, that's just the marketing niche. I mean, we haven't even broken into people who do, video games. I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of a guy named Shroud. Shroud is a video gamer. He hosts a Twitch stream and a YouTube live stream, and the guy is making millions playing video games. That's all he does, play video games. There's people who have cooking channels or food related channels. There's people who have workout related channels, and it's the hottest thing because you're able to take something that you love to do, something that you don't regret waking up every morning and going to do, and then turn it into a passion, turn it into a business that makes, anywhere from, even if you could make $5,000 per month, if that's all you made and you were the one who ran, all of the business side of it, you created all your content, you did all of your posting, if you managed the whole process, but you made $5,000 a month, you'd be pretty happy with that, right? Because number one, you're still doing something you want to do. Two, you are making $5,000 a month to basically do that thing that you love to do. You get to set your own schedule, be your own boss. Why would you not want to do something like that? So that's why this trend has become such a popular thing, here obviously in the recent events, and it probably started, I would say at least 10 years ago. People started talking and building these personal brands online, but it just kind of became a thing where people, the average person could actually build their own personal brand if they wanted to. They just need to understand a little bit about creating video, a little bit about writing blog articles or creating a website and creating a content, a little bit about running ad campaigns, and then how do you monetize that? That's essentially what building a personal brand is. So if you guys are interested in, building your own brand, whether it be on Instagram or Snapchat or YouTube or Facebook, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever platform you want to use, if you have a passion, say it's fishing, it could, let's just go through a list of some of these really quickly. All right, so I want just to get you guys' brain churning a little bit so you guys can see what the possibilities are for you to be able to make money off of. And if you guys, if you're watching this video, hey Jamie, hey Steven, hope you guys are doing all right. Do me a favor, if you guys are watching this video right now and you have some type of passion or hobby that you've been considering putting in or building into a personal brand of some kind, I want you to put it in the comments below and let me know what your passion might be. Just because I am super interested in seeing what other people are considering doing for their own personal brand. But let's just, to kind of brainstorm this and get you guys thinking, because people think I'm the only one who can do this, or Ty Lopez or Billie Jean, all these marketers are the only ones who can build a personal brand, or you can only do it on entrepreneurship or something motivational speaking. There are so many different things out there that you can easily create a personal brand on, and that's the thing. A lot of these markets are untapped because a lot of good marketers don't know how to build these personal brands. So let me kind of get you guys to visualize this. There are people out there creating, for example, fishing channels. All right, they're creating fishing channels. Guys who like to go out and fish, they're teaching people how to catch specific fish, right? Or how to bait the hook, or how to set up their rod, whatever it may be, right? There's guys out there who run fishing channels, but there's a lot of guys out there who don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to marketing a brand, shooting video, creating content that people are going to be interested in, understanding the process of building a relationship with your audience, and then taking them to, content related articles or videos that either drive them to some sort of email automation or funnel, or take them through some sort of ad funnel you have running on Facebook or Instagram, something like that, right? So if all these people don't know what they're doing, if there's all these different niches like fishing, like we could go into other stuff, sports review, all right? There's not enough people doing sports review. There's a ton of guys on there doing comics, right? And video games and stuff like that. There's not a ton of sports review. There are sports review channels, and I'm not saying that they don't exist, but done properly, done well, there aren't enough of them out there. And there's so many different spaces. Let's see. I could probably say like outdoors and camping. All right. Let's see. There's plenty on travel. There's plenty of these random ones. Ooh, here's a really cool one that a lot of people don't even think about. A music stream. All right, just because it's called a personal brand or an influence, it doesn't necessarily have to be you personally. Not everybody wants to put their face on things. You can do channels. I've seen channels where the person never even shows their face, but it's their brand, right? So you don't have to necessarily show your face. Jonathan, what's going on? Wanting to look into the fitness industry and lifestyle brand. It's a good one to get into. I would say try to stay away from lifestyle in the beginning. Lifestyle is not where you ever want to start at first unless you already have a crap ton of money that you can blow on it, really. Lifestyle is something that you start to build. Like, I'm not even at the point where I'm going to do a lifestyle brand with my stuff because we don't have a large enough following. When it comes to lifestyle brands, it really is about the numbers. How many people are following you? How large is your following? How many people do you reach? That's the biggest thing. So I would say with the lifestyle people who want to just do travel blogging and stuff like that, you have to have either really awesome content, like really cool video that you shoot and produce, that's going to get a lot of views and go viral. But if not, if you're writing blog articles like travel blogs, stuff like that, like people do read those, but you still have to make sure that really, if you're going to do a travel blog, you have to make sure that you show up well in search engine results, right? So you have to be able to create blog content that's going to get a lot of traffic and then show up in those search engine results. Been thinking about capturing emails, but for what? Like, what should I be marketing from a satirical cartoon? Okay, Gnostic Ape. So you have a different kind of brand. So if we're thinking of a cartoon, number one, it comes down to your content. If you don't have great content, you're not going to survive. And that's a lot of businesses, but there's some, if the product that they're selling or promoting is good enough, the content doesn't have to necessarily be the greatest for it to sell, right? Does that make sense? So yours is a very media style brand though, where if you're talking about, a satirical cartoon or you're marketing a satirical cartoon, stuff like that, yeah, you would do merch. So Gnostic Ape, I see your comment there, t-shirts. Yeah, you would want to sell merchandise and stuff like that. But to do that, you have to start driving a ton of traffic. So you really have to, with yours, it's a little different. If you're putting out like cartoons or something entertainment based, that's a little different from every other business style. So like, say I wanted to build a personal brand on real estate, something professional, right? If it's a professional service, that's a little easier because there's a set guarantee to it almost. Whereas if you go into entertainment, it's completely different because you don't know what people are going to like versus what they aren't. I mean, you can kind of guess, but you're never going to be able to say if your stuff that you create or write or whatever is going to be the best. So with that one, I would say it's a little bit different. But yeah, ultimately, merchandise is what you're going to want to look at your, when it comes to your end game marketing, when it comes to your end game, your revenue model. That and then traffic from ads could be a thing that you're potentially doing in the beginning. And then you'll want to, what the goal is, and this is what we've started to do at Serial Entrepreneur, thus why we have the personal branding course now. We've realized that it really comes down, especially if you have an informational product or an info course or something like that, an info product, you have to create several different products and consistently update or find a way to improve your revenue model. So for example, look at my digital marketing school. It's a one-time purchase of $549. That means that if I want to keep making money with that product, I have to continually find new people to buy that product, right? All right, so then, well, if I get a bunch of people to buy it, then really, what's the I mean, what good is it if, we run out of the market, is essentially what I'm trying to say. You can only reach so many people and sell to so many people for a product that's a one-time purchase, and then you don't ever need it again, right? So I have to find ways to either include subscription-based revenue models or add on new products. So we've done both. We've added in a subscription-based revenue model, and we've started to add on products, and we're trying to grow both of those. Now, the first one's growing much faster, obviously, than the other two, but that's why we're doing all of these, content releases and training, stuff like that, to get people interested. Leo Fuentes, what's going on? I purchased the digital marketing school and wanted to know when week 3 and week 4 will be released. Aaron, so it just depends on when if you bought the 4 payment plan, you get it over 4 months. So it comes out, if you bought the 2 payment plan, then it comes out over 2 months. If you bought the 4 payment, it comes out over 4 months. So you basically get 2 weeks each month for 4 months, or you get 4 weeks for 2 months. How would you suggest monetizing silly cartoons? Wait, I'm sorry, I skipped Jonathan. Nutrition line, supplements, Jordan, we should talk. Jonathan, sure, just send me a message or shit. I mean, you've got access to the private group because I know you bought the personal branding course, so just hop in the group, leave a comment there, and I'll get back to you. Monetizing silly cartoons, you could sell things like on Etsy. Like you could, draw things if you like, but that again requires your time. What we try to focus on is things where you don't have to actually put your time and effort into, designing each individual thing. So there is a way where you could eventually, reach the point where you're designing things on the computer and then you mass print them and then sell them that way. That's what I would recommend getting into. Ultimately, though, you have to look at your product. How could you monetize it? Well, you're not going to be able to create an educational course. You could actually, honestly, you could create an educational course about cartoons, like teaching people how to draw cartoons. That would be a way for you to make a lot of money, actually. Educational courses, the info courses, are the way to go, in my opinion. If you want to find one of the, the strongest revenue models, the info courses are where it's at, because people want to learn how to do random stuff like that. And if you can target those kinds of markets, you're guaranteed to sell. I'm in Conyers, Georgia. Can you meet up on SMMA? Larake? I think it's Larake. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. I can't necessarily meet up. I'm pretty busy, especially with everything that we have going on, updating all of the new courses. But you can always feel free to shoot me a message on any of my social media platforms, and I'll get back to you then. Was thinking of doing marketing in fitness industry, slowly creeping into developing supplements. Yeah, that's a way for you to do it. Ultimately, you could sell supplements, you could sell workout equipment, you could sell branded, stuff like t-shirts and apparel that go along with your personal brand. Like you could create your personal brand that's Jonathan Goodwin, that is just teaching people, workout stuff, health related stuff, fitness related stuff. But then on the side, not really on the side, it's kind of like it's a co-partner to your personal brand. The way you actually make money, say you make, JG Lightning. I know that might not be what you want the title of your brand to be, or your apparel brand to be, but that could be like an apparel brand or a workout related brand where you essentially just slap your logo on workout equipment and clothing and sell it to people who follow your Jonathan Goodwin, workout channel on YouTube. That's essentially all building a personal brand is. You find something where you can give information away. That's it. That's all built. If you can find, that's why when I had it on here earlier, I said it comes to 2 things: hobbies. All right, that's the first one, or skills. I took my skills in digital marketing and I said, let's create an informational product about it and sell it to people, because there's a benefit from learning this skill. If you can learn marketing online, you can sell basically anything online, right? You can, or not just any, you can sell anything if you can sell it online. So that's what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to make with you guys is you have to understand it's not just, something you have to have a passion in. It doesn't have to be something where you just travel around the world. It can be something that you just enjoy. It could be, bottle caps or rocks. If you have a passion for rocks, dude, I guarantee you somebody could start a rock channel, and there are enough rock people out there that you could market your video content or blog content to, that are in that niche, and you can niche yourself down in there so good that you would be able to sell rocks and all kinds of other stuff. I'm telling you, you can create a personal brand from anything. Jordan, what did your sales process look like early on? Is it better to send an audit and follow up via a call, or cold call and confirm if they want the audit, then follow up? Stephen, I usually would qualify them first. So number one thing to do is always qualify the business. You have to qualify the business, meaning make sure that they can afford your services, that they're going to be a good potential business to work with, all of that. Then once you qualify them, that's when you actually want to reach out to them either via email, messenger, or you can call them and say, hey, whatever your little spiel is, my name is so-and-so, I'm trying to see if I can speak with this person, whatever you say to get them on the phone to, ask them if you can send them the audit. Yeah, I started off doing just audits for everyone, and I got to the point where I could create an audit in like 15 minutes. So I'd spend like 2 days creating audits, and then the next 2 days I would go to those businesses or send them to those businesses and do what I had to do. So you kind of have to break your days up, but if you can, spend a day doing audits and you can get to the point where you can knock out 4 an hour, you can probably do around 30 to 40 audits in a day. So roughly, 50 to 60 audits in 2 days, and then go talk to those businesses. All right. I tell students every single time, and I tell viewers, that the key is to get consistent with how many people you talk to on a weekly basis. It's a numbers game. It's about talking to enough businesses, right? So I talked to someone earlier today. I said, look, if you're not talking to a minimum of 10 to 15 businesses per day, you're going to have issues with sales, especially in the beginning, because you don't have the sales experience. You don't understand how to sell digital marketing services properly. Like, a lot of you are getting into the niche and you think you understand, which I'm not saying you don't have a clue about what you're talking about, but when it comes to understanding digital marketing and then understanding how to sell it, it's a completely different ballgame. All right. It's kind of hard to explain. It's only something that you can really kind of get the feel of once you get in there and start selling it. Because you see, when you start talking about digital marketing, you'll get into the weeds. And what I mean by that is you'll start talking about stuff that doesn't matter to a customer. It's not stuff that it should be talked about in a sale or in the sales process, right? So you start talking about things that lose their interest. It lowers the motivation. It lowers the excitement and the hype around you coming in there to talk about it, so you lose the sale. Where a smart digital marketing salesperson, they know to go into the business owner and focus on the business, focus on selling what's going to make that business more money, what's going to get that business more engagement online, what's going to get that business more leads, because that's ultimately what the business owner cares about. So when you go in there and you start talking about SEO and not ranking on search engines, yes, those are important things to hint on and to talk about briefly. But when it comes down to it, the important thing that you need to be discussing with these business owners, and the important thing that you have to understand about selling, is really just understanding that you're hitting emotional triggers, meaning you're trying to pull at heartstrings that are going to make them say, okay, well, I do need that service, or I'm really not interested in what you have to tell me. And so it comes down to making them like you, but it also comes down to really explaining the product in a way that a business owner who doesn't understand digital marketing is going to get it, and in a way that's going to appeal to the desires that they have. All right, so those desires could be monetary, it could be business growth, it could be spending time with family, it could be traveling. You need to figure out what their desires are. Why do they want marketing? That's what you need to figure out. And they'll say, oh, well, we want more sales. No, I get that, Mr. Business Owner, but why do you want those sales? What is it about those sales that you're trying, like, are you trying to, hire more people? Is it that you're wanting to, step away from the office because you've been doing this for 20 years and you want more time with the family? What is it? What is your motivation behind getting more marketing? Is it really not getting more marketing, but what's your motivation behind getting those sales? What is it that drives you? What is it that keeps you up at night? Those are the questions you need to be asking your business, the potential clients you talk to, because those are the things they care about. And when you focus on things they care about, you're going to ultimately win them over, because they can tell, they feel like you're listening, they feel like you get what they're saying, what they desire, and so they feel like you're going to be able to help them get there. And that's all good selling is. Gnostic Ape, you're welcome. LaRock, got it. I like the social media marketing for real estate market to help grow my network for real estate investment. Yep, it's a strong niche to be inside of. Real estate is one of the largest niches out there, and real estate agents are great clients to work with. I'll give my best Grant Cardone impression. The brand preacher. I'm having a hard time collecting data for my credit repair client. How would you suggest going about doing research for a client? Well, here's the thing. The brand, when it comes to getting data for getting data for any client, the best resource you have is the business owner themselves and any resources that they might have for their business or that they use for their business. Outside of that, the only way to do research is really just to go on Google and type in different search queries. One thing that I suggest a lot of you do, and it's something that I'd not only suggest to, you guys, but I suggest this to just about anybody who ever uses Google, but learn how to use Google. Like, really learn how to use Google search. And there's all kinds of documents. Like, let me pull this up really quick. How to search on Google the best way. Something like that. Just because I'm trying to be quick, I'm not going to do broad searches and stuff like that. All right, 20 Google search tips to use Google more efficiently. I'm going to put this in the chat because I feel like a lot of people need stuff like this. If you don't know already, Google is a search engine and there are specific functionalities or specific characters that you can type into the search bar to get specific search results that you're looking for. So you just read through this little document that I just linked into the chat box. If you guys haven't read something like that before, I promise you will love me for it. It will teach you something new about Google and about how to get better search results when you're searching for stuff. Hey, Rhonda Mom, what's going on? Steven, first meeting, is it best to get info about them, ideal customer, marketing they have done before, qualify them, etc., and then try to sell services at the end, or present on second meeting? Steven, you always do the second meeting. Go to my YouTube channel, type in the 5-step process to landing clients. I believe that's the name of the YouTube video I'm talking about. Watch that video. That is the exact process. I talk about, the exact steps you want to take in the sales process in that video. Pete, what's going on, buddy? Glad to have you here as always. Have you used Spotify ads yet? LaRock, I have not. It's just not something that I'm going to do anytime soon because I know I can get better results with Facebook ads and Instagram. And honestly, here's the thing. I was watching an ad from Billie Jean the other day. It was really funny. He was talking in his ad about how he will never use free traffic. He said he hates free traffic, and to be quite honest, I love free traffic. Now, I love Billie Jean. I completely get what he means when he says that he loves paid advertising. Paid advertising works really great too. We just ran a campaign on Facebook. We spent $118 and made $4,000 in sales off of a remarketing campaign. So, paid advertising is awesome too, but we make a bulk of our money from free advertising. So what is free advertising? Essentially, all that is creating content like this, like running a live stream like this. People think, it's funny, people think, I only have 8,000 something, approaching 10,000 subscribers. Here we have about 30,000 followers on Instagram. So it's not like I'm not in the millions by any means. I'm not a massive influencer just yet, but we're growing and we're able to generate around $15,000 per month or more in revenue for just the course or just one course. Now that we've added in new courses, we're doing affiliate marketing, we're doing other different streams of revenue, or we have different revenue models that we've added into our strategy, that's going to increase even more. So, I don't know. I just don't necessarily see the need to run ads on Spotify when we run a content-driven approach first. That really works out well for us because we know that if we just give away all the information, we took the Gary Vee approach. The Gary Vee approach is give away all the information you can and people will buy your product, period. They will pay you for something, right? And that's the approach really I teach to my students in my personal branding course, or I will be teaching to my students in my personal branding course because we're launching it here soon. Is the content-driven approach, because or not the content-driven approach, but the value first, the giveaway, the whole kitchen, everything but the kitchen sink, but actually just give away the kitchen sink too. We teach that methodology because we believe it truly works. That's how I was able to grow so quickly and build a engaged and dedicated following that seriously, they promote me more than I promote myself because of how much I've been able to help them. And that's really all you have to do with your audiences too. How do you confidently give results for a free week trial, and do I make the ad on their ad account or mine? K-Days, I don't recommend ever doing 1 week trials. I don't even recommend doing trials for free. If you're going to do a trial, you should at least do a month, because 1 week's not enough to get them results that they're going to be just blown away by unless you spend like $500 on ads in that week. So that's just my personal opinion. And so I can't advise on what to do in a week, especially if they give you like $100 to work with, you're not going to make them happy. I'm not trying to be, just down on you. I'm not trying to, degrade you or say that you're not capable of it. What I'm trying to say is $100 in a week, and you haven't had time to set up or make creative or look at their audiences or do anything really to prepare for a campaign. You're not going to get a good return. And again, that would be hard for even the best marketers to do. Just to start running a campaign like, hey, we're going to start, tomorrow. And that's just, I don't know. It's got to be hard for anybody to do, even the best marketing agencies, to pick up something like that and just go for it. You have to have a lot of resources. So in my opinion, I would say probably don't do a free trial like that. You're no longer dead to me, Jordan, for now. I'm not sure what that meant, Gnostic Ape. I wasn't aware I was dead to you. Was I dead to you? If I was, I'm sorry. Just want to put this out there for anyone watching and still on the fence about the Digital Marketing Academy. It's well worth the investment, loads of info. I definitely feel that it's worth it. Jonathan, I'm really happy that you've liked it, and I'm super excited to have you in the personal branding course. Jonathan's a devoted dude. The guy's devoted. He wants to make sure that he makes himself successful. That's what you do, though. When you want to make money, you invest in yourself. You invest in your education. You learn the steps that other people have taken to build their own things, right? I didn't just start doing this all on my own and learn from nobody. Like, I learned from several other people. I still learn from other people all of the time, because if I don't, I know that I'm going to get behind everybody else who's continually learning. Like, here's the thing. You have to think of it like this, right? If there's a chart of people, this is the chart, or this is like the timeline, right? This is 0, this is 100 years, right? And I'm going on, and I'm learning, and then I get to, like, I'm 27 now, right? So I'm learning, but say I just stop learning, right? Well, there's a bunch of guys that are behind me that might be a little bit younger, 22, might be 20, might be even 15 over here, right? Well, these guys, they're still, they're still wanting to learn. They're still wanting to educate themselves and improve themselves. So they continue learning, and they make it all the way up to this point up here. Right? So they've pushed forward all the way up here, and they've continued learning. I stopped learning. I just made it up here, right? They know way more than me. And I know this isn't really the best graph example, but what I'm trying to say is they've been studying a lot further into the future. Things change, things advance, right? So if I stop studying here, that's like me stopping studying when, like, brick mobile phones were, like, the only thing. Well, if I would have stopped then, I would have never came into the smartphone age. Are you kidding me? Like, that wouldn't have made sense, right? So if I don't continue learning, we never make it to that point where eventually you're still on top. You lose your edge. You get behind all of the competition. They essentially take you over. This is a really bad example, I know, but it's the best way I know how to explain it on the fly, okay? Not necessarily the best graph drawer all the time, but you guys, I think, get what I'm saying. If you stop educating yourself, the people behind you are going to continue learning, and they're going to surpass you every single time. I hope that didn't seem really... That was just not a good example in my opinion, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. Let me see here. We got some other questions. Thanks for the answers, Jordan. How do you go about getting photos for your client? Oh, wait, I think I skipped one. What are some of the audit tools you have used to help land clients? I mean, Likealizer, there's the Yext tool, there's UpCity SEO. I have a whole video on YouTube about tools I use for my social media marketing agency and tools I use to land clients. So just go to my channel and search that. How do you go about getting photos for your client from their business? Go in yourself, hire a photographer, ask the owner to send pics. Steven, you can do either one of those three. It depends on a couple of things. Number one, the budget. Are they paying you enough for you to come out there and take photos, or are they paying you enough for you to hire a photographer and go out there and take photos? If not, then they need to take the photos themselves. They either need to get a camera or they need to have a camera phone that is, quality and can take photos. Otherwise, they need to pay you for your time. Too many people try and go out and do like the photo stuff for free. And, I understand if it's like your first customer, but, when you move down the road and you're like 4 or 5 customers in, you have to understand you don't just work for free. Every service that you perform for a business should be paid for, okay? Can you talk about the copy for the audits? The email and best ways to follow up with business owners. Saroush Ghazi, I have so many videos on writing I actually have a video called the follow-up process, so go search that on my YouTube channel. Like it's the exact process, what I do it, the time increments, everything like that. As far as copy for the audits, I mean, we just focus on keywords that are gonna, really buzz to them. So for example, if we did an audit of their search engine presence, we would do, not showing up in search engine results, just stuff that's going to stick out to them. Really, I mean, focus on the errors that they have, focus on problems that they're having, and then just provide solutions that they can use to fix those errors. That's really all the audit is. Don't forget to provide value. Telling them what they're doing wrong is not providing them value. Telling them what they did wrong and then providing solutions is the value, right? Give them the answers on how to solve it themselves. That's what like, so many people mess this up. They wonder why they don't land clients, but they aren't willing to give actual value to these people that they're trying to sell. All right, I teach you guys all the time, give value, give value, give value, and then you can ask to sell, right? If you're not going in there and giving them, if you're going in there and giving them the audit, right, and you have nothing else to show them but the audit, right? And you're going in to sell this or to show them this audit, but you don't give them the actual answers, the solutions to all of these issues that you've just given them, there is no value. You've just told them everything that they're doing wrong, and then you've tried to sell them on how you can fix those issues. You haven't built that relationship with that person yet. They don't trust you enough to necessarily buy from you yet. Some might, but that's very rare. So that's why the first meeting is nothing to do with trying to sell them anything. The first meeting is all trying to build value. I gotta get rid of this ugly drawing. I just saw this sitting here in the control panel. I was like, whoa, that is ugly. All right, so what essentially I'm trying to say, guys, is you have to build value. To build value, you have to look at this business owner and you have to say, Mr. Business Owner, here are all the things you're doing wrong. And then here's the solution to the first thing we did wrong. Here's how you can do it yourself. I've written out these instructions for you on how to do it, or here is a video link of a training I put together on how to do it. You just watch that video link and you'll have it set up, and then you won't have this issue anymore. That's it. But most people don't take that extra step. All they do is they create an audit and tell the business owner what they're doing wrong. And the business owner, like, they probably already know. And not only that, but nobody likes to be told what they're doing wrong, and that's it, right? If you don't give some positive appraisal in there, or some positive praise in there, not appraisal, but positive praise in there, they're not going to listen to you. They have no reason to, or they're going to shut you out because you're negative, right? That's how they're gonna see it. So you have to be the one to actually give them information, but then also tell them how to solve that issue that they're having. Do you have a full-time VA? Whoa, where did that go? Do you have a full-time VA? LaRock, I have about 10 VAs that work for me right now. Dude, I'm struggling with coming up with a name for my agency, and it's driving me crazy. Big Frank Vlogs, you're wasting way too much time on the wrong thing. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you want, like, dude, your business name could be Big Frank Marketing, and that would be good enough. Just start. You can change your name later if you want to. You can rebrand later, but if you don't start and you keep getting hung up on the business name, you're never going to start, and you're going to be stuck. Start. Take that leap. Name it Big Frank Marketing and go. Let's see here. Do you recommend getting the Facebook ad certification to help when selling services? Yeah, so that's actually something that I recommend anybody do. Did you know that Facebook has it's called Facebook Blueprint, Google Analytics, Google AdWords, they all have free certifications that you can take all you have to do, go to Google, type in Google Analytics training or Google Analytics certification, and you'll find Google's free training support for it. Same thing for Facebook's ad platform. You can do the Facebook Blueprint ad course or educational course. There's all kinds of free training out there. You guys should be incorporating free with paid. And the reason why you do all the free training is because that's provided by the providers. Like, it's free. You should do that. The paid training comes with experience. That's what Google's not going to be able to teach you about building a marketing agency. That's what learning from someone like myself or Ty Lopez or Billie Jean or Alex Becker, all these influencers who talk about marketing, that's what learning from us teaches you. It teaches you the experiences we had, what negative experiences we had, what to avoid, what not to do. Like, when I tell you guys things, it's not because I think I'm omnipotent. It's because I've done it and I probably failed at it already. So I'm trying to tell you to do it a specific way because I don't want you to fail at it. And I know that if you do it not that way and do it the way I'm telling you to do it, not the way you think is right, because you've never done this before. Like, that's the thing. If you've never done it before, take what these people are saying online who at least seem credible and start building off of what they say. But stop. Too many people come into this business or into entrepreneurship thinking they know everything about starting a business, and they've never made a check over $1,000 on a business before. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to humble yourself and say, I really don't know everything. And the only way for me to learn is for me to learn from either this guy or all these free training resources, or figure out some other way to teach myself this information. So, hey Jordan, do you have any experience or opinion of Alex Becker's course content? I think he is a great marketer. I don't know. I haven't paid for any of his super advanced level trainings. I took some of his basic level trainings to see what it was about. I think his base level training is exactly that. It's basic. So it teaches you, the basics of what you need to get started. And it's not a bad training course, whatsoever. I think Alex Becker's a really smart guy, and I think he knows how to sell products on Shopify. But when it comes to running an agency or doing anything like that, that's a little different. I would say if you're looking for e-commerce information, drop shipping, stuff like that, maybe even potentially like Amazon business, something like that, you could easily look at Alex Becker for info. Do you do chat bots for your clients? Yeah. Chatbots take the hassle out of answering basic questions. You should basically look at your FAQ and try to figure out a way to create a content stream from your FAQ. If you have a regular content stream that you're creating for them, you want to take that content stream and you can seriously build automations out of them and send those automations to people and keep them engaged with your business page. That's something that we're trying to work on. If we didn't have 5,000 projects already working, we'd already have our automation bot going for Facebook. So Ted is our email marketing guy. I have him build all of our email automations. I build out the strategy. He basically takes all the pieces and puts them together. So what I'm going to have him do next, he might even be on this video still, but Ted's going to be learning how to do messenger automations too. Because it's essentially the same thing. But we'll have that going soon. But yeah, we do those for clients as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? It makes the entire marketing process easier. It's something basic. We don't necessarily do it unless they pay for it. We're not going to build $1,000 automation for someone if they don't pay us for it. And if we're going to manage it on a monthly basis, they're not going to, then I need more money to manage it. We charge for every service we do. Where are we at? I am wanting to have a Facebook advertising agency. Any advice? Learn Facebook ads in and out. Take the Blueprint course. Also look at Maxwell Finn. He's a great teacher for Facebook ads. Big Frank's Media. No, I don't want to use my name, LaRock. Easy way to tell a story, social media. You guys are talking to each other. I love it. I would drive to your state and give you a high five for a training giveaway from you. Deal? That's pretty funny. What's your favorite way to outsource or white label SEO? I kind of do all of our SEO, like most of our SEO in-house. The only thing we don't do is like submitting links to social bookmarking sites or article directories or industry specific sites. You can hire someone to do that though. You can also go on to Fiverr and purchase backlinks for articles and content and YouTube videos. That's a great way to do it. Just check the quality of the backlinks. Like, make sure you get like a source list so you see what bookmarking sites or what directories they're using. But outside of that, you're going to want to hire a web developer that can do on-site SEO. That can range, one-time costs. It depends on how many pages you have. The cost per page could range anywhere from $15 to $30 per page, plus an hourly rate of anywhere from $8 to $15 per hour, right? So you would want to get a page count for that business. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, Mr. Business Owner, you have 50 pages on your website. We're going to charge you $50 per page. All right, so that's $2,500 right there, right? Yeah, $2,500 right there. And then you would charge an hourly rate of probably $25 per hour for you to perform that job. And then basically you would outsource that work to someone in India. That's what I do, who knows SEO and web development, and then have them do all of the on-site SEO, the building of each page, the titles, the descriptions, the meta tags, the site structure. They'll send over site maps. They'll get everything done for you with regards to on-site. Outside of that, SEO is simply creating content on a regular basis. Like, if you're not creating content, you're not continually working on SEO and improving SEO, because SEO is reliant upon content. So creating blog articles and video content, stuff like that for them is what's going to help. Do you outsource? Do you use online jobs? No, LaRock, I use Upwork pretty much like 99% of the time. I need your India plug. Jonathan, there's tons of them for web developers, or are you talking about SEO? Because for web developers, it's easy, and even SEO, no, I mean, honestly, India is the spot to go to for web development, web design, SEO, stuff like that. You can find all kinds of those people on Upwork. They're not difficult to find. You just need to talk to them. That's the thing. You're going to have to build your own relationships. My guys are I keep them pretty busy anyway, so I don't even know if I could do the introduction. I'd have to talk with them. Can you please talk about time management for someone who has a full-time job? Best way to take advantage of VAs and other suggestions. Thank you. Saroush Ghazi, I like that you asked that question because, and I can actually tell you when it's going to be coming out. Hang on one second and I'll tell you. Might be this weekend, actually. Hang on one sec, sorry. Where's the video? Facebook ads. Building a personal brand. All right, so on the 13th, so on Monday coming up, we're actually releasing a video on starting your SMMA while working a full-time job. We talk about, because I did the exact same thing. I was working a full-time job when I switched over and started building my personal brand and building my marketing agency. So on Monday, just pay attention, we have a video coming out that will talk to you all about that. But it's about time to wrap this up for tonight. Yep, VAs are the key to success, and that's not just for my business, that's for any business that you try to run online. If you don't hire VAs, you can never scale. You can never hire on more clients or take on more clients, grow your business, right? You have to have VAs. And that's really that's one of the biggest benefits to the course, the Digital Marketing School and the personal brand. No matter which one you join, we teach all about the process. We're actually about to update the Digital Marketing School. We're adding in all the different positions you'll want to hire for into the Digital Marketing School. And the personal branding course already gets that included with it as well. That's part of the training in the personal branding course, is how to, build your team and how to build operational workflows for your team, how to manage your team with tools like Asana and stuff like that. We're going to teach all about that in these courses. So before we get out of here and before we do the mentorship course giveaway, I wanted to let you guys know about some information right below this video. You need to check it out. There is a description right below this video, has all kinds of links, free training, stuff like that for you guys. The very top link is our new personal branding course. It is only $2.99 to the first 50 students. We have almost sold out all of the spots. So if you want to get in before the price goes up to $5.99, then you need to go and purchase it like ASAP, because we are going to sell out the rest of those seats very, very shortly. So before we get out of here, though, we have to do our course giveaway, obviously, right? I live in the digital marketing squad. Pete, good thing too, we got 30 more videos coming for you. Get the course, guys. FYI, this is not a paid advertisement. Somebody needs to get in there with me. We've got a couple people. We've got well, actually, a lot of people who haven't joined even the what's it called, the private group yet, because people are always late to get to that. I don't get it. It's like so many people want the private group, but then they're like so slow to get to it. Anyways, all right, so let's talk about this question really quick with me. Ooh, that could be a good question, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, are you guys ready to play? I love you too, Frank. Are you guys ready to play the market or mentorship course giveaway? If you are, I need you to do me a couple of favors. Hit the thumbs up right below this video, so that way you qualify to win. If you don't hit the thumbs up, you don't qualify to win, and if you do win, I'll make sure to take it away from you. I love saying that for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, and if you are ready to play, I also need you to throw a comment below saying yes, or comment ready, or something like that, so that way I know you guys are ready to get a question. So, hang on one sec. I think I want to do just a marketing related question today. Alright guys, so since you guys are clearly ready to play, I want to do something about alright, what was one of the SEO related tasks that I said I outsource for? It can be any of them. There are three that you could name. I talked specifically about two of them. What is one of those methods, or one of the tasks that I outsource? Boom, Saroush Ghazi. Look at him. He wanted to win that. Saroush, you won. On-site SEO is definitely one of them. That's one of the first things you do. If you get a client on for SEO and you really know what you're doing, one of the best things you can do is optimize their actual website to make sure that it is going to perform the best with search engines. Outside of that, it's about getting traffic to things like the blog article, the product pages, sales pages, stuff like that. So, Saroush, congratulations, you are the winner for the giveaway today. So make sure you send a message to my business Facebook page. I'm going to say it again. Send a message to my business Facebook page. The link is in the description below. I believe it is. Let me check. I'm going to check just to make sure I'm not lying to you. Softwares, Serial Entrepreneur. Oh, look at that. My social media section got removed. Alright, so just go to Facebook and type in Serial Entrepreneur. You'll find my name there. I'll have to get the links back. Wait, is it the more? Nope, that's videos. Yep, so I need to get the social media section back in these live videos. So, Saroush, just look up Serial Entrepreneur on Facebook and send me a message there, and we'll get your coupon code over to you by tomorrow. Outside of that, guys, I really appreciate all of you for hopping on. We have been killing it with these live streams. We get anywhere from 20 to 40 people on every single week on Thursdays. So that's super exciting for me. I'm just happy that I'm able to get on here and help you guys out and answer some of your questions and keep you guys pushing forward with your agencies or with your personal brand. So last little reminders, guys, if you want to start a personal brand, you only have so much time left until we sell out of the personal branding course. You need to make sure you click that link in the description below. It's the Personal Branding and Influencer Marketing Masterclass. If you're wanting to start a YouTube channel or a blog that makes you money or an Instagram account that makes you money, if you're wanting to learn how to do that, how I do it with my YouTube channel, we're teaching that process to everyone. We're giving away all of the secrets to creating viral content, creating content that people will use or click through to submit their information as a lead, all of that. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn how to create a YouTube channel, or even if you don't want to do a YouTube channel, if you want to do a podcast, if you want to do a vlog, whatever it is, or a blog, sorry, whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to run an e-commerce store, we're teaching all about this in the Personal Branding Master Course, and I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. Outside of that, obviously the Digital Marketing School is below, what we're known for, and we are super excited to continue to upgrade that course. We have 30 new videos coming, plus if you get in now, we offer a live training every single month with people who are in the digital marketing school. So that's an added benefit to you guys. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. Sorry, I had one last thing I was trying to remember, but I guess I forgot. I'm going to get out of here this week, guys. If you have any questions or comments after this video is done, make sure to leave them after the replay is posted underneath this video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. But until next week and until next time, I will see you guys later. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out.